being here. I think today's reading is going to be really, really good. I just feel it. The energy's been really intense lately. Saturn is making transit to Pisces. A lot of people are feeling the hard hit, just emotionally. And for some, maybe they're going through Sati Sati. For some, maybe it's affecting your money, your family. Whatever it is affecting, don't just feel like you're a victim to the universe and your fate is written and that's it and there's nothing you can do. There are remedies. There is actions you can take, okay? And I'm sure you're probably aware of that or you wouldn't be watching an esoteric channel that has anything to do with tarot. So I don't probably have to speak any of that to you. But that being said, let's get into using the cards to see how you can change your fate. And then we'll just talk about whatever comes out. How are you doing today? How are you doing? How's life? Have you taken some big breaths lately? You're just holding your breath, getting through the day. Remember, you only get one life, and you don't have to be stuck anywhere. I know we tell ourselves we've got to be stuck in this. I'm stuck in this. I'm committed to this. You can change. You can leave that marriage. You can leave that house. You can leave that state. You can leave that job. There are options. I know you feel the pressure of being stuck, but what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst? I want you to think about the worst today and see that there's still ways to be happy and get out of it, even when the worst hits. You just got to get creative and use your mind to think of better plans. Okay. Spirit, let's just start with the cards. Please show us in these cards, Spirit, what we can do to change our fate. The viewer knows what they're going through. They know the struggle. They feel it. They're surrounded by their thoughts, their feelings, and their environment. Spirit, can you give some instruction today on what they should do on a mental level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, and on a physical level? What should they do? Give us some guidance on how to change the direction of the pain and the suffering into something better, happier, freer, smarter, more financially abundant. Show us. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups, the master of emotions, the boss of manifestation and spiritual thinking, healing, being. She is fully aware of psychic abilities. She knows all the tools for divination. She sees things other people will never see. She sees it coming before it even comes. She's very compassionate, loving, and intuitive, and she is the utmost healer. She's the wise sage, the one you come to when there's serious problems, the one you come to when you're sick, the one you come to when you need to get something off your chest. She's here. This could be you. I think it is you. I think you have a very wise old soul. And I'm going to need you to dive into your emotions, into your subconscious, and mostly into your intuition for your fate. Because you cannot make judgments based on the facts and the evidence surrounding you. Hi, Doja Cell. Hi, Bree. Bree, sometimes I just feel accomplished making it out of bed. That is a true statement. Many people suffer with depression, and that's actually a real fact for some people's lives. And it's very sad because some people don't understand how difficult it may be just to get up, just to see people, and what turmoil and suffering someone could really be going through on the inside. Never judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the most smiley, happy people are the ones that are hurting the worst. Hello, Jay. Allergies are kicking your butt. You know what? Thank you for reminding me. That's probably what's going on with me. I haven't taken any allergy pills. And it sounds like I'm sick, but I'm not. And I'm like, what is going on? You're right. It's the allergies. All right. Well, let's get in. I want you to know that the first song that randomly popped into my head was Let's Give 'Em Something to Talk About. And I don't know who sang it. It feels like it was an older song, but it sounded a little country too. Let's give 'em something to talk about. I don't know what reality that is for you, what that means for you. I think the viewer will know exactly what I mean. I guess we'll see how the reading develops. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Wands. And this is in your mental space. I was just thinking about this card today. The Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, astrology. This Wheel of Fortune is your fate, literally, like this card just represents fate in so many directions. You know, the word tarot is on the Wheel of Fortune and rota. I want you to feel solid and grounded in your mind because right now it is a battle zone. Your mind is a battlefield. You have so many things, so many ideas, so many people, you know, on your plate, just a lot to handle, a lot to deal with. And it feels like just it's a lot coming at you. And as soon as you have one problem on the left, you have another problem on the right, and one in front of you and one behind you. And then there's this fight for what's yours. There's this fight for like competition or someone to come out on top and be a winner. And you feel like this fight leads to nowhere. Whoever wins this fight, it doesn't really end in happiness. And you're like, well, if I win on the left, it doesn't lead to the happiness. If I lead to the right, it doesn't lead to happiness. Ahead, it doesn't lead to happiness. With this person, it doesn't. With this job, it doesn't. With this money that I could get, it doesn't. Either way, there's going to be some amount of suffering. And do you feel like that mentally? Do you feel like it doesn't matter if I do this or that or this or that? I'm going to experience a high level of suffering. And what I'm hearing with this card is don't beat down a dead horse. I know it sounds awful, but it's just a saying. And it, you know, refers to the old days when people were plowing fields and the horse, the mule, whatever, was pulling their plow and it would just fall over of exhaustion and die. And they would think that the horse or the mule was just resting or exhausted, but surely not dead. And they would keep whipping the horse, whipping and whipping, like, come on, get up, wake up. Maybe you passed out. Maybe you lost consciousness. Maybe you're exhausted, but you got to get up. And people would do that, and people would come running out and say, hey, look, he's dead. That horse is dead. It doesn't matter how many times you whip that horse, that mule, it's not going to plow your field. And maybe it was a nice farmer and they would be sad and they would care for their horse and they would never do it. Maybe there's some people that are so mean that they would be angry that the horse died and they would just whip the horse's body because they were angry that now they can't plow their field and they're just taking it out on the horse. Just all their anger and aggression, and they killed the horse and they don't take responsibility. They're angry at the universe, they're angry at the world, they're angry at the horse. And maybe some people just think, I can go. I can plow this field. I'm going to keep whipping. I'm going to keep doing this. They've got to wake up. They've got to plow. We don't have another choice. And in reality, that's a reflection of the person behind the plow, how they run their own life. Do you whip yourself so much even when you're down and there's nothing you can do? Do you beat yourself up? Do you keep whipping at yourself? It's impossible. Something may be impossible, but you haven't let it go. What is that in your life? What is this thing that you're after that you keep whipping and whipping and whipping and whipping? Is it your endless hope that somebody's going to change? They really love me. They're really going to change. This year, they're going to change. This is the moment they're going to change. This is going to make a difference. Oh, but now that I'm having this happen, or this is coming in, or now that I look like this, or now that this is this, oh, then they'll, excuses. You're whipping a dead horse. Some people will not change. And the best thing you can do for yourself is stop hurting yourself, going after a relationship that has not given you any shift, any change in direction. It's time for you to be the master of your own fate. And if it's not working, and if it's not changing, that's it. You can only have so much hope for someone. And I know that's very painful to hear and very emotional, and you may even well up in tears because by God, you really want them to change because you love them so much. Queen of Cups. But fate says it's either in your destiny or it's not. You have to be wise in what you go after and what you pursue and what you beat down. Maybe you are wasting your energy on someone or something that is hopeless and pointless. So this card here is a red flag. And it says, hey, we got to change. And it's got to start with you. And it's got to start with your mindset. You need to change the way you see someone, or you see this job, or you see something. You've got to change, because if you expect it to change or them to change, you're in for a world of hurt. And the Five of Wands can sometimes talk about a small victory. It's not a major victory, but with the Wheel of Fortune right by it, there could be some wins for you. Something good could come from your shift. Five of Wands are never easy, but the Fire of Wands may be used to your advantage. You can see these little kids, they're young, they're naive, but they're fighting with one another in maybe some kind of a competition. And it shows definitely a sort of struggle. And there's no clear winner at this point. This could be a chance for one person to prove their worth, step up and show the others what they're made of. But this is the moment that the competition looks pretty even. I hit you, you hit me. I stayed strong. You kept your ground. We're very stubborn. We have fixed energy here with the Wheel of Fortune. But there's rivalry. And, you know, the advice from this is be sure to pick your battles wisely. However, if you're just competing for some kind of a win on a contract or a promotion, don't get into petty arguments. Don't be petty. And if someone's petty with you, they're being very petty, it's time for you, my friend, to stand up and shine. Be assertive, but be mindful in your moves and your motives. It's okay to rise to a challenge if it's for the right reason, if it's for justice, if it's for fairness. You know, don't just fight because why not? Is it worth it? Excuse me. With the Wheel of Fortune, it represents the inevitability of change, and you are inevitably going to change your mind. Maybe you've radically just shifted a change of mind about someone or something recently. But it's a cycle, and it's always moving through, you know, ebbs and flow, highs and lows. As it's Fortune's wheel, it does point to luck, so that's good. Destiny and divine timing, but nothing is certain in life. In fact, there's a lot of uncertainty mostly, and nothing will ever be consistent, thank God, and it will change. When the Wheel of Fortune shows up, just know you're about to make a move. For some of you guys, maybe life has been pretty good and you hate to see it change. Life has been pretty chill. But now there's a huge shift and it's kind of in a negative direction and you feel it. Excuse me, I should have taken the allergy medicine. I'm so sorry. But for some of you, it's been really difficult, really hard. And finally, there's a weight lifted off your shoulders. There's a breath of fresh air. Finally, there's a shift in the wind, in the direction, and you're going to get some relief because someone's been fighting you relentlessly, or there's been a situation in your life that's just relentless. So when the Wheel of Fortune shows up in your reading, it's definitely in your favor because you're the viewer. You are going to be lucky in love, or you're just going to start to see things fall into your favor. Chance meetings, circumstances might bring some new opportunity in a career, perhaps a new relationship. You might be achieving a goal way more quickly than you expected. And if you've been in a slump, remember that the wheel keeps turning, and that is about to change. Let's go ahead and clarify this just to give you guys some peace of mind mentally. Okay, no deck better for clarification sometimes than the good old Lenormand. Good old-fashioned advice from the Lenormand. Oops. Can you please clarify the change mentally for the person watching the tarot? Give us clarity, Spirit. Put your energy into it if you're watching. Put your energy into the cards. This is your reading. Yes. The wheel. Isn't this crazy? The well. Sorry, not the wheel, but the Wheel of Fortune and the well. Both W's. Both of them mean fortune. Both of them mean luck. Both of them mean a blessing, good opportunities, like things for you coming in. It's a very positive card. Notice you've got the Four of Suits. This is equivalent to the Wheel of Fortune, which has 4 of all the suits in the minor arcana. They're essentially the same card. So I want you to know you've literally picked a clarification card that says, I completely agree with the Wheel of Fortune. And there goes my cat. Sometimes the cat crosses your path to tell you you might need to shift direction. I think that's the message here. You might need to shift. And you're going to have to dig a little deeper in your well. You're going to have to dig a little deeper in those finances, dig a little deeper in your subconscious, dig a little deeper in your relationship. Cat, come on, let's go. Go. Dig to find that water, to find that blessing. You're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to spend more. You're going to have to invest. And you're going to have to be wise with it. You might feel like, I don't know what to invest in. I don't have much money. Invest your time into something. Invest your time. If you are broke and you have no money, invest your time into creating something that is going to bring money. If you have money, invest your money into something that is going to bring more wealth in your future. This is not the time to penny pinch and save. This is not the time to blow money wastefully. This is not the time to be in worry and in chaos in your mind. What if, I can't, oh, I'm scared. It's not the time. Invest wisely. And there's the clock chiming. That's another sign. Things are going to change dramatically for you. And I hope you're prepared to do the work, to do the investment, because digging a well is not easy. And it might be one of the hardest things you've ever had to do in your life. These are tough decisions, but let's see what the well wants to say. At least in the book of the Lenormand. The well says, I have many symbolic meanings. I represent wishes, resources, creativity, and healing. If you look intently into the depth of my darkness, you may see true thoughts reflected and your secret wishes revealed. But your wishes will only be granted if you dig deep and work hard. The well card is about looking deeper into an issue. You may think you know everything, you know all the facts, but don't be too quick to judgment with that. There is a lot more to this story that you are not seeing. The image suggests hidden depths. The rope entering the well represents the importance of keeping your center. At a deeper level, the well card could be a sign that you've hit rock bottom. And now it's time to go up, finally. If another card nearby indicates that you've been facing difficulties, which you have, it's now time for healing. The well card has to do with wishes, but it comes with a warning. Be careful what you wish for. Be prepared to work hard for what you want. This card refers to a goal that is attainable, but still requires a little more effort or the commitment for the additional resources to come in. So unlike the Clover card, which is just flat out luck, this is luck, but it requires something from you. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the woman, Ace of Swords, 29. She's holding a rose and she's expecting. A lot of you guys might be expecting something. It's coming on the way. And you've always wanted this and your wishes are going to come true and it's beautiful and everything's going to be good. Everything's going to work out. Good fortune, good luck, a baby perhaps. A woman may be really expecting, clearly with the well and the woman. It could also just be the beautiful Queen of Cups, emotional, feminine energy, expecting good luck to come to you. But you can expect fortune to go in your favor more than anything is what I feel. And I think you know that's coming in some way. All right. Don't be afraid. Actually, your fortune is on your side. Now we're going to get into the feelings and the emotions. All of you put your energy in here and really tie yourself to this reading. This is a good message for you. Emotionally, you have the Six of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles in your subconscious energy, which is like the hidden. Boy, you've overcome some hard times. There's a lot of judgments on you. Oh, you did this, you did that. You failed. I mean, judgments with the Six of Wands. You know, back in the days, BC days, before Christ, and even right around after him. The laurels, which he's wearing, and he has a laurel, represents you just came out of judgment. It's like you just came out of a court. People go there to face judgment from a crowd, from people, from the higher ups in authority, from Caesar. They would go there and they would be in trouble, or they would be accused of something. And they would be questioned, and there would be evidence, and people would come in and, you know, say stuff on their behalf, and all kinds of things. I just want you to know, emotionally, you have been attacked. The things that you've been hurting over, they were seen by other people. And that's some of the hardest things to accept. We don't want people to see our shadow. We don't want them to see our struggles, what we're hurting about. We don't want them to see our depression. We don't want them to see anything that we, you know, in public eye, it's not perfect, or it's not even close. And so when you get judged and you get exposed, it hurts. And you're just like, see, this is why I didn't want anybody to see this. This is why I didn't want to let anybody in. This is why I hid. This is why I ran. This is why I was quiet. This is why I was isolated. This is why I didn't want to talk to you about my problems. This is why I didn't want anyone around, because I wanted to hide. And now all of you are there looking at my worst. Your secrets are exposed. And you're judged. And the good news is they still love you. The good news is you're coming out of judgment even after your worst, being loved, being admired, being appreciated. They may not understand every step you went through. They may not know every pain, but they know it was hard. And they still love you, and that's a win. That's a victory. That's success, and it means you came out of judgment on top. That's what this card means. You left the judgment seat and you weren't crucified. Literally, that's in BC. You left and was not crucified. And that's a win. That's something to be grateful for. So you may not have won the lottery here, but you won the lottery in life, that you are not going to perish. It's not over. And the good news here with the Eight of Pentacles, right under it, it says, hey, guess what you got? You get to improve. You get to work on yourself. You get to work on your problems, your issues. You have another day. It may feel like the same day over and over again, but you get the gift of life. You get to try again. You may not have perfected your last year. You may not have perfected your job or your relationships or your body or your money. It's not perfected yet, but you are working on it, and you are creating the best version of your best self. And this is putting all your ducks in a row. This is working diligently and focused and hard, and you're giving it your best. You're giving it everything you've got. And that's not good enough for some people, but for others, they're very proud of you, just to give it your best. And that's all you can do at the end of the day. Try your hardest. Put your foot forward. Get up. Show up. Go to work. Do what you have to do. Get your mind in the game. Create pentacles. Make money. Make a better version of yourself. Be a better mom. Be a better dad. Be a better brother. Be a better sister. Be a better son. Be a better daughter. Be a better mother. I think I already said that. Be a better employee. Be a better boss. Be a better person. And that's what this is. You feel in your heart you are improving, and you're going to be a better person because of all of this. And remember, when you think someone's winning and they're rubbing it in your face and they're just a taker, take. They're just taking because they're angry, because they're hurt, because they're insecure, because they're bitter, because maybe they have nothing better to do. Be glad you're not them. Be glad that you are not in their seat and being and acting in those ways. Be glad you're not so far behind spiritually that you would never be in that position anymore. And there's someone out there in your life that is sitting in a seat of authority that has a higher gain than you. And it's not right, and it's not fair. It's absolutely not fair. And you're being hurt by it. And they're supposed to love you, but they didn't. They're supposed to be merciful, but they weren't. They're supposed to be helpful, but they didn't want to be. They got selfish. They got greedy. They got angry. They got judgmental. And they put you on the stand. And I want you to know emotionally, on an emotional level, they need work. Be glad it's not you. Have you ever heard this saying, like, to cut a diamond? Like that little story, not the saying, but the story of to cut a diamond. It's a small euphemism, I guess. I don't know. Diamonds are really hard to find. They're hidden under coal, dirt, rock, lava. They're hidden under something that looks very ugly. It's not attractive by any means on the outside. But when you dig, and funny how we're talking about a well and digging, when you dig into the rock, you're going to find the diamond. And in its uncut state, it's foggy, it's dirty, it's not clear, it's not shiny, it's not sparkly, it's not pretty, it's not full of rainbows. But you know it's a diamond. And so you get it out of the situation that it's in, and then you start to cut and laser cut nowadays. But you start to chisel away at the dirty exterior on the outside, and you're perfecting the diamond. And it's becoming crystal clear. And now you're seeing the rainbows. Now you're seeing the colors. Now you're seeing the beauty in the diamond that in no way would have been beautiful had someone not cut it. So I want you to take all those judgments and everything cruel that someone did to you, and just remember you are being a cut diamond. Let them criticize. Let them judge. Let them get evil. Let them be who they are. And remember that you're the one being perfected. You're the one being cut into a precious jewel. You're the one being refined. They're just being a hater. Because at the end of the day, your haters are going to see you win. And I think that's what's here in this pool, emotionally, intuitively, on a deeper level. You're going to be the person on top. Now, there is a little message here about boundaries. It is the number 8, which is the strength card, and it's about holding back, and it's about loving yourself and drawing the line and being dedicated. And it's hard and it's difficult, but you have to do it for you. And this guy does not show up here to work on Pentacles because he's got nothing else to do and it's really easy. he makes decisions, and he knows what he has to do, and he's disciplined, and he's focused, and he has a skill. He gets better and better at it because practice makes perfect. But that requires discipline. So you're going to have to discipline yourself, and that means you're going to have to draw some boundaries. You're going to have to tell people, I can't go out tonight. I can't go out this weekend. I can't go to this party or this event. I can't chat with you for an hour over the phone. I can't sit here and do nothing. If I want to win, if I want a victory, I have to diligently put my energy into this. I have to put time, energy, thought, dedication, physical labor. This requires my energy. And if it's getting out of depression, it's the same thing. It requires my energy. I'm going to have to get a membership somewhere. I'm going to have to dedicate myself to working out wherever I am. I'm going to have to dedicate myself to meditation, to manifestation, visualization practices, arts of divination. Perhaps you need to go to school. You need to take some classes. How many of you guys, raise your hands, have ever talked to someone that acts like they're a know-it-all over something they've never studied? It's like, oh, yeah, I know all about that. Oh, yeah, I read about that for 20 minutes one day. Yep, I know all about that. Yeah, I asked ChatGPT. I know everything. I went to Google. Oh, yeah, my best friend's into that. I know all about that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not until you put hours, days, weeks, years, time, energy, and effort and dedication into learning a trade, learning a practice, learning a skill. Do not be so boastful, haughty, and arrogant and full of ego that you think you are smarter than the rest, because you're not. There is someone that has spent perhaps years into a field or a profession or to manifestation or to tarot or to astrology, and you may think it's ridiculous and silly. They dedicated time to study that art. They know what they're talking about. So don't discredit someone that has experience. And that comes in here in the emotions. And if someone's been discrediting you, they should be worried because you have the experience under your belt. So let's clarify this. A win comes from experience and practice and dedication and study. Spirit, please show us the truth about this message emotionally for the viewer. The mice and the maze. Someone thinks, someone feels like it's going to be easy. They want to take a shortcut. They want to take a shortcut. They want to jump over the paperwork, skip the fine print, don't worry about the hard work, and no, they just want to get to the gold without actually going through the maze. This means there's more than one person involved. There is actually 4 people involved, and there could be a third-party situation. The mice represent loss, worry. So to clarify your emotions, there's been an emotional loss, an extreme worry, a worry of poverty, a worry of hardship, a worry of struggle, okay, in general. And it's saying, listen, I think you can get through this, but it's going to require work on your part. So you might have a heavy mountain to climb. You may have lost years and time into a relationship that now you need to get out of. The mice could be a message for you. I have someone that I know that they had a mice, or should I say mouse, mice, whatever, infestation in their house, and it was really hard to get rid of them. And they tried everything almost, except killing them. They tried everything. They tried multiple traps, relocation, They cleaned, they painted, they got rid of everything in their house, but still, the mice came back. And it's because the mice know where there's comfort, food, and even if it's scarce, even if there's no food, they'll eat the material in the home. They'll eat the lining and the, what do you call it, the insulation. They'll eat the insulation. They'll eat the drywall. They'll eat the wood. I mean, talk about desperate. And this is a card of desperation. And if you have anything good in the house, they'll eat it. They'll come and they'll get it. Apples, bread, fruit. It just represents the fruit of your labor is being taken from you. And it's like, can I ever get away with it? Can I ever get away from it? The only way you can get away from it sometimes is to move. Just flat out move, because the mice have taken over. And what I see in this reading to like clarify is you've been working so hard in dedication to avoid this poverty, to avoid this infestation in your life, to avoid someone that's stealing and taking the fruit of your labor. This is labor, this is work, this is victory, and like there's overall clarification that what you've been working for has been taken from you. And I want you to know in this emotional reading, you're a better person and you're going to have a victory and you're going to overcome this. It's not easy, but you're going to overcome this and you're not going to be in this situation permanently. And I feel like with the maze, it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go. Look at that. There's a decision. Underneath that, which way do I go? There's 2 doors. What do I do? And this is all about intuition. And right now you're a little lost. Where do I go? What do I do? Be smart. Don't be a fool. That's what this is. Don't be a fool. Know that there's no shortcuts in life. You might have to invest money you don't want to invest. You might have to invest time you don't want to invest. You might have to give someone up that you don't want to give up. Because you want to get to your destination without all of that. But this is saying, I think you know deep down in your heart that it's going to require this. And it's not something you want to do, but you're going to have to. And this is have to. Like you have to deal with it. You may not want to kill that mouse, but you got to kill it. That's the only way. You got to assassinate what is eating away at your prosperity and your abundance. And don't take my word for it. Let's read the book. I always do that so you guys can know not only is your reader intuitive in giving you the message, but you can also just get what it was meant to be as far as the creator of the deck, what they said about it. And what they said about it is, you don't want me in your house. You don't want me in your blouse. I bring loss. I bring theft. With destruction and decay, I am your stress and anxiety. I am the worry in society. I am your nuisance. I am your pest. I bring sickness in your nest. Now look at that play on words. I'm stress and anxiety. I'm worry. Number one, you're worrying way too much about society. How does it affect you on a personal level? Oh, capitalism, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't affect you. It's not hitting home. You're hitting home. Your choices are hitting home more than anything in society is hitting home. Oh, but the people in Indiana, the people in Tennessee, the people in that state, they're going through, it doesn't affect you. You know, this is saying you have to work on what's in front of you, what you can actually put your hands on. If you can make a difference, then make a difference. But if what you say, how you feel, what you think doesn't change anything, doesn't make a difference, how are you helping? Because more than anything, you're being a negative Nelly. You're being full of worry and stress and bitter and whiny, and it's attracting negative energy to your life. When you are busy cursing out the universe, cursing out the government, cursing out people, just in general, when you're angry with the world, what are you attracting at home? Prosperity and abundance and health? No, you're attracting poverty, stress, anxiety, loss, because that's your life. That's what you're saying to your subconscious is, we are in a miserable situation. We're not going to get our way out of this. We're doomed. Look at that negative SHIT over there. Look at that Karen over there. Look at that person on TV. Oh my God, this is really hitting home. And your body, your spirit, your energy, your alchemy, your third eye, your manifestative spirit is saying, oh, well, I have to reflect what you are, who you are, and what you think and believe. And if that is your reality, then abracadabra, so be it, and so it is. And poof, you've got the negative drama. So the mice are completely happy with their work. There's gradual destruction of possessions and resources. They are nibbling away at everything. Fruit, cloth, bread, they appear to have no regard for ownership and are rapidly gnawing away at what is yours while no one is looking. Hence the word, they appear to have no regard for ownership. They don't care what's yours. So why are you being nice? These mice are symbolic of loss, either gradual or whittling away of one's savings. This might be a bite-sized effect. It's not a very powerful card. Those mice may be delightful, but when they're found in your kitchen, they are a terrible aspect of life. Where there is an issue, something that has become a pest in your life, and it will not go away, it will not leave you alone, and it leaves you troubled. So this message represents theft, and it's not going to go away unless you move and change and do something about it. Sorry for my dog snoring. The Labyrinth. When you think you've done everything you can, you hit a wall, and then you have to start all over again, and it's exhausting. I am the labyrinth that keeps you going through trial and error to the end. There are no shortcuts to success, my friend. This card is about making your way through a confusing stream of events. Often by trial and error, you may have goals and destinations that you really want to reach. But getting there actually proves more difficult than you expected. The road isn't direct. It has a lot of twists and turns and surprises. And no matter how much you plan, at some point, you always face this inevitable mistake, another mistake, another mistake. Be prepared for a few false turns and dead ends ahead. The Labyrinth card directs you to retrace your steps if necessary and take a different route. Make a different choice. You may have to go back and make a different choice. Sometimes there is simply no direct path. Regrouping and starting again is not a failure. It's all part of the process. Even when you feel you're starting back at square one, you will be able to begin again with new information and greater knowledge. The Labyrinth card means a puzzle or a problem, and it's reoccurring. And there has to be rational dedication to solve it. There is no easy answers. A narrow viewpoint will keep you from seeing the larger picture. And by narrow viewpoint, it's like if you're making a little decision right now because, oh, well, I have to go to school next spring, or, oh, we're having a baby, or, oh, my friend's supposed to come visit this summer. I can't stir any feathers now. That's narrow. You're not thinking of long term. You're thinking of right now. In the current, well, this is happening. Well, this is happening. What about the long term? Do not make silly mistakes. Just don't make them, because you're going to end up hitting another big wall. You're going to hit a stopping point. You're going to make another mistake. And then you're going to have to go back and say, gosh, I had an opportunity. I should have taken it. I think these cards are saying take action. The rest of the Labyrinth says, the Labyrinth card wants you to face a challenge, and you may be able to work out a solution. It's a message that you're not going down this road alone, because we saw multiple people, so you're not alone. You should also notice this card shows, an illustration of frustrating attempts. Something is keeping you separate from people or a goal. Now is not the time to turn your back on someone. Do not turn your back on them. A friend, a family member, a helper, someone that's with you, don't turn your back. As you can get ahead individually and think that you're going to contribute, but you're not. This is a group problem and it needs a group solution. So this is more than one person. Like this could be a whole family. This could be a whole community. This, it's a big problem. And it's just like, all right, we clarified it. There's no easy way out. If you think you're just going to, skid by and not be noticed and everything's going to be okay and let's just wait. Let's just have a chill day. Let's just relax. Take it easy. See what happens. That is absolutely not what these cards are saying. Quiet, please. No more. Thank you. Silence. Stop. The Six of Wands is the card of success and triumph. You can see this person on horseback enjoying a victory parade. People are cheering him on and celebrating his success. He is well and truly in the spotlight and loving it. He has won. He is enjoying the accolades. The only caution with this card is to not get on your high horse. Do not say, haha, I won, that's it, there's no more work. There is. Just because you won the short game doesn't mean you're going to win the long game. Do not feel more superior than others because of all you have achieved. The interpretation of this card is when you draw this card, you may be feeling on top of the world. You may feel like you can do anything. But remember that pride comes before the fall. So enjoy the attention. Enjoy the small success. Is something to be shared, not used or lord over others. You can expect to get the job, person or results you want. Focus on what you want and recognize your strength and your weakness. So someone's had a emotional, little victory, and they're doing the victory dance. It's like, haha. It's short-lived. That's what this means. Just like when the people that I know got rid of the mice, like, oh, they're gone. It's cleared. This house is clear, right? No, they came back. And so it's like, this is short-lived. You're going to have to keep working on it. And do not turn your back on other people that are in the same situation with you, because in order to solve this big problem, it's going to take everyone involved. Please go downstairs if you want to do that. Okay. So anyways, that's the emotions. This is the mental. It feels like your mind is a squid game. It might be. Marilee Tisanti. Hi, Steph. My ex is calling. Ooh, 11:11 a.m. when you wrote that. My ex is calling to the court for people to testify against me about my son. I am so sorry to hear that. You might be going through sati sati. But you wrote that message at 11:11. I know it's an emotional time, but if you have a good heart, pure intentions, and you're doing the work, I think you're going to get a good result in the end. Saturn always rewards the work. He rewards the sacrifice. Okay. I almost just chipped my tooth. All right, so we got through your mental. We got through your emotional. Now we're going to look at your spiritual. This is why you see signs. This is why you see numbers. This is why you see cats or crows or birds, ravens. This is why you see synchronicities. This is why you see prophetic dreams. This is why your gut intuition says, don't do it, or yes, do it. That's all of that, okay? So let's take a look. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Your intuition is saying, I don't know. It's weighing the pros and the cons. Should I do this? Should I do that? It's also leaving your fate up in the air. And knowing there's this ebb and flow financially, that's another aspect. And there's an ebb and flow physically. Sometimes you have a high, then a low. I think your spiritual journey has a peak and a drop, a peak and a drop. And you're going to notice your spiritual journey, it's like that. And you're just like, I don't get it. Why is sometimes am I so into spirituality and then sometimes I step away? Why am I not dedicated to it? And what I'm hearing is you haven't been inspired, but you're going to be inspired, or maybe you recently were inspired. And now with this new inspiration, you feel alive and you're back in the game. But if you don't continue to research, to search, to get educated, to discover more, if you don't like stay on that path of discovery, you're going to go in another slump. So this is saying spiritually, don't just bite an apple and not finish it. Don't just start your dinner and barely eat. Don't go through all that trouble to throw it away, you know? It's like you need to be more mindful. Mindful. When you're researching an esoteric piece of knowledge, whatever that is for you, magic, the Bible, religion, manifestation, alchemy, the law of attraction, feng shui, astrology, if I didn't mention that, tarot, magic, any divination, because this is all spirituality. Don't just take a little bit out of it and leave it alone. This is like continue to research. You're going to have periods where you're really interested and you're going to have periods where you're kind of bored of it, but stay to it, keep searching, keep looking for answers because you need clarity. And that's why this Queen of Swords always has a butterfly. If you could see on all the images, she has these butterflies. Even in her crown, she's got the butterflies. And this represents transformation. And what happens to the butterfly? It lives a life, it goes into chrysalis, it hides, and then it becomes something else. So there's some kind of just major transformation spiritually. And you are leaving your chrysalis, your little caterpillar stage, into the next level. Do you feel like watching this right now? You're like, yes, I feel that. I feel like I'm going to the next level spiritually. I feel like I hit a slump, but then I'm back into it again. What is this flow? It's okay. And I think that's natural. I think if you were just on a high all the time, that's crazy and that's not realistic. I think going through ups and downs is perfectly good and natural. The Queen of Swords is very clear, concise. She's direct, she's honest, and she feels like she's right. She does feel correct in her judgments. Is she always right? I don't know. Does she know what she's talking about? Probably. She's done her research. Could she be more sensitive? Yeah. She's definitely not the sensitive queen, but she has feelings and she just tries to be honest because she thinks that's helpful. She does represent the truth, and a lot of times the truth hurts. Some people are too scared to tell people the truth. Like, I'll be honest, when I'm attacked, and this is just me lately, I didn't used to be like that. I used to attack. I used to just go off on people. If I was attacked, I'm going to attack you right back. It's like all I've been doing is collecting receipts, collecting data. I'm going to use it against you. These last few years, especially with my Sati return, last 2 years, when I'm attacked, I don't snap back. I might say one or two things that, hey, Watch how you speak to me, because you also have things for me to talk about, but I'm choosing not to, because I value this relationship more than this fight, which is very petty, you know, or I value your life. You could get hurt. You could have a heart attack. You could, you know, potentially just drive off and get in an accident with all this anger. I'm not going to say things the way you're saying them to me. And that's good. Much of the time, that's a very good way to be. Slow to speak and just not quick to anger. Just watch what you say. And I've really been working on that. But she's mastered that. She's mastered it. I haven't, but she's mastered the art of using your words wisely. And this is like, watch what you say spiritually, because it becomes things. You can never take your words back. When you tell someone something terrible about themselves, when you put someone down, when you comment on how they look, when you comment on the state of their home, when you comment on their mothering or fathering, when you comment on them as a person, you can't erase it. Oh, I wish I never said that. No, the truth is, the truth comes out and it hurts. But the question here, is it worth it? Did it damage your relationship to where it can't ever be repaired? Did you say just enough to make a difference in a way that was hurtful because it's true, but not cruel? So in your intuition, it's saying, be careful what you say. It's going to come back to bite you. It may not come back immediately, but it may come back next year. It may come back in 6 months. It may have created some kind of wedge between you and someone. Be careful, because it means something. And what do you do when someone's being difficult with you? What do you do when you have a terrible teenager that just hates you, hates your face, hates your voice, doesn't want you around, is bothered at your breathing? And you're like, but I love this kid so much, but God, they hate me. If you start saying things to this teenager like, you're very disrespectful, you're an awful person, you're terrible, you're cruel, you're mean, they're going to live with that voice in their head for the rest of their life. That my mother or father or brother or sister, whoever this is, thinks I am this awful person. Maybe I am, because when you're a teenager, you're growing, you're becoming. And you don't have complete control over your hormones. You don't have complete control over your brain and how it processes information. And you do not have complete control over understanding the consequences of your actions. Those consequences have not hit in the brain yet. So they're just being erratic, and they're being quick, and they're not thinking of how this is affecting long term. They're just thinking of right now. And they're more selfish. And that's okay. A lot of psychologists say teens are a lot more selfish than any other being, because they're in a state of learning who they are. So this is the most critical time of subconscious programming. As a teenager, they will be programmed to believe who they are at this stage. And you want them to feel loved, and you want them to believe in themselves, and you want them to have confidence. Because if you put them down, it's really hard to get rid of. It's a lot of trauma. And I brought up teenagers because I have one, but also sometimes we are teenagers in the universe. We don't understand our consequences 100 years from now, 2 lifetimes from now. We don't understand it. We don't understand the cause and effect of our actions with our karma. We react in a way that hurts us better than benefits us, because it's all about what's going on in the moment and in our lives right now. And so this, the universe is saying subconsciously, you are a universal teenager. And you need to be more mindful and listen to the wise, listen to the esoteric that's been around for centuries. Listen to the tarot, listen to the astrologers, listen to the numerologers, listen to the feng shui experts. Listen to the trees. They have something to say. Listen to history. Listen to the spirits, your intuition. These are all ancient. And so it's like sometimes intuitively, you better listen to the ancient, to the wise, because you are not as wise as you think you are in the grand scheme of things. And so, I don't know, that's just a huge message, I feel, with your intuition. And be careful how you talk to yourself. Be careful who you put around you and speaks life into you, because you're becoming those things. How many of you guys are familiar with words of affirmation and the law of attraction, and then what you speak becomes things? Is all of you familiar? Maybe if you're watching, you're not super familiar. Maybe you've heard about it. You've watched a video or two about it, but you never like dove into it. You've never spent years learning about it. You've never dove deep into the lost books of the Bible, into prayers, what they mean, how they change, into mantras, and how they change the vibrations of the cells in your body. Literal words change the cells in your body. Your words change the form of a plant, a tree. You can speak life into those things and it becomes better or worse. This is the law. And your voice is an instrument. Just like the magician has 4 instruments, the sword is the instrument of the tongue, of the mouth, and of thought. You need both to create something. So that sword, and we're dealing with swords with the Queen of Swords, is speaking and thinking on a higher level. And you can't be in and out. Oh, sometimes I speak this way, but the other time I don't. You have to be all in. All in. You have to dedicate yourself and be mindful to speak prosperity and abundance in your life. When someone says, hey, can you pay for this for me? Don't say, I can't afford it, I'm broke. I'm broke. I got to watch my money. I don't have enough. It's scarce. It's tight. Those words, that type of verbiage creates poverty mindset and a poverty life. It just, that mentality, if you will. You have to say things like, I'd really like to purchase that, and another time I will, but not right now. And not right now. Just correct it, because you're making a choice that I mindfully speak, I can't do it, but you don't say I can't. You said, I'd like to purchase that, but not right now. And it makes your body and your spirit and your manifestative abilities remember, oh, well, it's not that we can't purchase it. It's not that we're broke. It's not that we're struggling. It's that, just not right now. And you're starting to shift and change your mindset. It's a very popular thing to do. You should try changing your words and the way you say things in regards to money. Because a lot of you guys want to speak about money. And you've got to speak correctly about money. You cannot say, I'm struggling, I'm hurting, I'm broke, it's hard. You can't say any of those things. People think it's no big deal. Oh, I'm just having a bad day. I'm just venting. No, shut your mouth with that. And while you're busy speaking good things, write good things. This is where you're going to want to get a journal. And you're going to want to write down all your reality that's not here yet. I am abundant and successful in my career. I bring in $500,000 a year. My investments are growing every day. I make more money than I've ever made before. Money comes to me so easily. I'm shocked at how often I receive money, that even while I'm sleeping, I'm receiving money. Gosh, this is such a beautiful life that I have. I'm blessed. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. My children are healthy. We are all making money. We're all becoming abundant. We're healing from our past traumas. Life couldn't be better. Boy, I'm learning so many lessons. Whenever you're having a hardship and like life smacks you in the front teeth, I want you to speak out to the universe and say, wow, I learned a tough lesson today. I really mastered that class. I mastered it. I got it. And speak that. Say it to the universe. Boy, I learned that lesson. Because then it knows we don't need to teach it again. He learned it. She learned it. That's it. There's no redo. We don't need to redo it. Okay. They learned it. They learned it once. Just say, I've mastered that lesson. I have completed that karma. I'm so grateful I completed that karma. This is a little bit of a mind trick that can help adjust the difficulty in your fate. So when you're going through a sati sati, when you're going through a Saturn return, when you're going through this, you can master what it's trying to give you without suffering so long. Also, be wise, go with the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. Whenever you hit a rock hard period and it's like, God, this couldn't get worse, I want you to look up and say, thank you. Thank you. Because it was difficult and it doesn't feel like you should think anything right now. But the next turn around the corner, it's going to go up. Every time you have a down, just be like, God, thank you. I made it through this difficult period. Thank you. I made it through that suffering. I'm very grateful because now I get to go up. I'm grateful that I'm alive and I get to go up now. That's the attitude of gratitude. And you have to speak this way to your higher self and to the universe. And that's what these cards are saying. There's a lot of ups and downs in life, but you need to be wiser about it and listen to the tools that are available. Use your journals, use your words of affirmation. Visualization is another tool to change your fate. Even if you're suffering in the worst periods of your life, I want you to manifest your hands around the wheels of a car that you really want. I want you to manifest yourself with that coffee in the morning, in the car you want, on your way to the job you love, or to some place beautiful that you're trying to go to, whatever it is that you feel you want to be at in your life. But you have to visualize it. Your hands around the wheel, your hands around the coffee mug or cup or Stanley. You have to visualize the road in front of you, what it looks like, trees, desert. What is this view? What color is this car? What does the car smell like? Does it smell like that cute vanilla little tree scent? Does it smell like forest green? Does it smell like new car? What is that smell? How do you feel in this clean environment? I want you to visualize it because you might be in a slump and you can't visualize it. You've got to visualize. If you can't see yourself skinny again, force yourself to look in the mirror with your eyes closed, but you're visualizing what you look like in the mirror the way you want to look. Okay? Visualize. Speak life into yourself. Do some mirror exercises if you want to build yourself up. Look in the mirror, like a long mirror, sit crisscrossed in front of it and look at yourself and say, you're beautiful, you're wise, you're strong, you're accomplished. You look better than ever. You're successful. And you have overcome your enemies, and you have mastered your karmas. Nothing but abundance is coming in. Nothing but the flow of good energy is coming in. You've mastered yourself. You're a good person. You're a loving person. You're a deserving person. You're worthy. And that's moving into our segue to the next message about manifestation and changing your fate. People, this is a very small detail people miss. It's feeling worthy. Some of you guys don't even feel worthy enough to talk to God. You feel like you're not worthy. He's too busy, doesn't have time for you. He's bored with you. He's tired of your nonsense. You've done wrong. You know you've done wrong, and you're not going to bother him with any help because he knows you've done wrong too. And why help someone that's down and out because of their own fault? And so you feel like I'm not worthy to ask for help or assistance. I'm not even worthy to say his name or the universe, the creator, however you want to view that. You know, for a lot of you, it's just like, I'm just not worthy. I'm not worthy of that love. Some of you guys don't want to go see someone you're really into because you're not worthy. You say to yourself, I don't look as good as I should look. They don't want to be with someone that looks like me. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough money. You know what? They really want someone that has a lot more abundance, and I'm not the right person for them. And you know what? I don't even want to see them, even though they've invited me. Even though they've invited me over and asked me to be with them, there's no way I'm not good enough for them. They deserve better. You see, that worthiness, you know, I don't deserve to have friends. I don't deserve to go out. I don't deserve a nice car. I don't deserve these things. I'm a mess. Fix your energy of worthiness. Correct that statement. You need to make sure that you feel you deserve and you earned a right to be here. You need to know that you earned a seat at that table. You fought hard to be here. It's not been easy. You deserve to speak to the higher up. You deserve the money. You deserve that relationship. You deserve it. You deserve a beautiful, healthy body. You deserve a long life. You deserve to be treated with respect. That's a big one. A lot of you guys, you feel like maybe you don't deserve to be treated with respect. You do. So anyways, okay, we're done with that. Sorry for the long speech on that. Let's clarify that energy. Where did I put that deck? Here it is. Clarifying the manifestation spiritual journey. Obviously, it's about using tools. Obviously, it's about getting back on the horse again. Obviously, it's about your spirituality being in and out, up and down, and it's never been consistent. But there's one thing that's true. You keep seeking. This is a time where you're going to get serious and you're really going to start to study your beliefs. And you're going to start to use the tools that you have. And you're going to start being really smart about it. Spirit, please clarify this spiritual message. Oh, we got 28. This is a powerful number. I've been studying it. It's the money, the money number, the number of abundance. All right. So we also see the Ace of Hearts, which is the Ace of Cups. Then we have here the number 15, the polar bear, the bear. And it's the 10 of clubs, which is the 10 of wands, which is a very difficult, burdensome period of time. Even the number 15 is the devil card in the major arcana. And that also speaks about a trying, difficult time where you feel like you don't have control. And everything's against you. The odds, literally, the odds are against you. And the polar bear speaks about a thick skin and hard work. Now, I love that in your reading, and notice the synchronicity. You have the man holding the rose, waiting, looking to the left, which is the past. And over here you have the woman, his partner, holding the rose, looking to the left, looking to her past. You see 28 and 29. They belong together. So there's a soulmate vibe around you, just so you know, and you're on the right path with the person you're with or pursuing. If you're single, there is someone on the path ahead for you. But besides relationship, both of these cards mean expectation. Now, this is an Ace of Swords, this is an Ace of Spades, as you can see, and this is the Ace of Hearts, Cups. So emotionally and mentally, you know and you can expect a return on your efforts. You haven't seen it physically, though, because we don't have the Ace of Diamonds. We don't have the Ace of Pentacles. So we don't have the proof yet. But if you hang in there, you're going to get it. Now, what I like about the polar bear, look at the anchor, that's another omen. It's sure to come. Oh, thank you, Bree. I'm a therapist. I like that. I really do, Bree. That's very creative of you. That's a great message. So these are both air qualities. These are both ice. These are both snow. This is both cold. So this is the truth. And I feel like with the polar bear, you wouldn't expect him to survive in such a harsh environment, but he thrives. And there are times where he's in famine, and there are times when he's eating well. That's life. And spiritually, I think you're realizing that that's the ebb and flow. Like, we're going to have ups and downs, famine and feast. That's life. But you can expect something good to come in with that man waiting, I believe. And to clarify that, it says he is the reader or the person watching the reading, the subject. An elegant-looking man sits upon a chair holding a red rose. He appears to be waiting for his companion. In the background, a window lights the scene, which is otherwise unadorned. It's speaking of waiting, patience, quiet endurance. There is a sensitivity, quiet, that to the scene communicates the nature of romance. He looks to the left of his card. So look, he's watching her. And she's looking in the past for him. So, kind of have to go. I said, please stop. So with the 15, the bear, I am power, I am strength, health, and protection. Your finance is my field, and your food is my concern. There will be a punishment when I get off if you don't stop. Okay. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. I think it's actually a speaker, not him actually up here. Turn down the volume of your TV, please. Thanks for stopping. I'm sorry, my kids are being loud together right now. So anyways, I am the power and strength, health and protection. Your finance is my field. Your food is my concern. So finance and food. My bad side comes out when you see negative cards around me. Well, there's really no negative cards. But the polar bear is a fitting symbol of the indomitable dignity signified by this card, whether it be read as an authority figure, a protective mother, or a purely perfect strength. The polar bear is the most powerful of all the species of bear. Furthermore, its color is symbolic of pure spirit. The bear can relate to a person who is in this position of power in the business world. The bear can also be a matriarchal. In China, the polar bear is known to represent Russia. The bear may also be a symbol of officialism or brute force. This card could be telling you to push something through sheer force. And I got an image. Have you guys ever seen the polar bears crack ice? They do this. Like, they go really hard and they just keep pouncing with all their might to bust open the ice. They literally have no tools to make an ice hole. And that's what they mean by push something through brute force. How many of you guys raise your hand? Probably me. I've done it in the past. Sit back and expect the universe to just represent. Come on, fate. Show me what you got. Just bring me the goods. Bring it. Oh, you know what? You know why I'm not rich right now? Because it's just not my time. It's not in the cards for me. I like living like this. I really enjoy it. It's no big deal. Or just I'm tired. I really don't have the energy to like push through this problem. I just want to wait till the Wheel of Fortune turns. And you know what? Then my fate will change. It's just all divine timing. It is all divine timing. How many of you guys go to church and hear it's God's will? or in his time, in his good time, it will change. If it's meant. A lot of us believe that, and we just sit back and kind of just grow up with that indoctrinated into you, that there's nothing you can do. Many of us here, this is just life. It's part of life. What is that wonderful word we always hear from people, that wonderful little word of advice? Just wait. Just deal with it. It will change. Or just hang in there. Just give it, the most popular one, because we have waiting, so we have to play off of the word waiting. Just wait. Wait. Be patient. Just watch. Sit down, watch, and wait. Let's play the quiet game. Let's just see what happens. Sometimes that's in order, but how many people do you know that do that every time? Like, that's the rule of thumb in their life. We just wait till we can't avoid it anymore. Let's just wait till we get kicked out, and then you get kicked out. Oops, I guess we shouldn't have waited. Oh, let's just wait till it gets so bad, till they're banging on our door and they're demanding that they want this. They want this. And you wait, and before you know it, they're banging on the door and they want this. It's gone. How many of you guys wait for a job to call you back? You wait, and they just don't. You know, this is like, you have to sometimes brute force, push your way in. This is not the advice that every day of your life, for the rest of your life, and every aspect and everything, you must push your way through. That is not this advice. But today, in your reading, in your situation right now, you really must not wait. You have to stop waiting and push through brute force. And that's the advice of the Queen of Swords. It's tough to hear, it's difficult, and you don't like it. I am poking you, I'm poking the bear with a sword. Get off your tuft and stop waiting. The waiting game is not always going to get you what you want, and actually 9 times out of 10, it won't. Do you think the polar bear just sits around and says, well, I'm going to wait till a seal crosses my path? Yep. You know what? God provides. The universe is going to bring me a seal. I'm just going to wait. No, the freaking bear's out there hunting. He's not waiting. And when a seal crosses his path, he's like, okay, I'm going for it. He may get it, he may not, but he's going to go for it. And if the universe is on his side, he'll get it. If it's not on your side, then at least you tried, you know? And that's what it's about. It's like, are you even trying? Are you sitting here saying, you know, my luck will change eventually? I don't have to do anything. No, you do. You do. You have to do something. And sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes it hurts you to even do something, but you must. And in your spirituality, because this is about your spiritual journey, this particular row, you need to push yourself through a slump. If you're in a period of not believing in something, if you're in a period of losing your faith, if you're in a period of not manifesting or thinking that manifestation is a joke, if you're in a period where you're being ridiculous because you don't even know the knowledge, but you're putting it down, and you've never spent years, time, energy, or effort studying, then stop. Get to work. Study. Pay for the Gaia channel. Go through YouTube. Go to the library. Get tons of books. Go to Barnes & Noble. Study astrology. Study tarot. Study the esoteric. Study numerology. This is ancient. This right here there's ancient wisdom. Who are we to laugh and scoff at ancient wisdom? It has been around so far beyond even our wildest dreams. And here we are like, that's such a joke. Numerology? Yeah, right. Feng Shui? That's ridiculous. What a weird ancient tradition. Like, that's just, that can't even work. Law of attraction? Oh yeah, let me speak this into existence. Sure, that's going to work. That is terrible. And the Queen of Swords is like, you need to do your work before you start judging. You might be surprised what you discover. Yes, there's pros and cons in every belief. Not everything you read is correct. Like Santos Bonacci. Yeah. Santos Bonacci. I love him. I love his work. I've studied him for over 10 years. He's great. But gosh, I feel he's wrong about a few things. I'm not going to name them, but he's wrong about a few things. It's just, he went way out there to where it just didn't make sense. Even with the ancients, he's just out of touch a little bit, to where he started off on his journey like deep diving and finding truth. But sometimes you can get so lost in a truth seeking that you really don't know your way out. You get so deep that the darkness overtakes you, and now you're being deceived by demons, by toxicity, by worry, by fear, and people. That happens to people. You don't want to go down that path, but he did. And there's a few other people, they get deceived also, and they go down a little bit too deep and they put themselves in a rut. So be careful, there's pros and cons of every belief. You need to trust your intuition on what you feel is the right path. Use your compass. Anyways, that's what the Queen of Swords likes to say. This reading is going on and on. I'm so sorry. Let's wrap this up. We're wrapping it up. Let's tap into the Queen of Swords a little bit before we move on. She is the warrior queen. She's tough. She's resilient. She's independent. She's astute and honest. She's quick-witted. She's a highly intelligent individual with a no-nonsense approach. This queen has earned her throne and hard work. Her ability to resolve problems and quickly and efficiently do it. She's detached from all emotions, so her honesty can sometimes be a sting. Love may take a back seat in your spiritual journey right now when the Queen of Swords comes into your reading. Your focus may be more intellectual or pursuits of career. If work is your primary focus, then the Queen is a positive influence. Her dedication to research, rational thinking, and honesty are positives. Being able to separate emotions from decision-making can help you make some good judgment calls. Okay. And the polar bear says, I am power, strength, and health, and dedication, and protection. The polar bear is dignified and worthy of respect. All right. So I kind of feel here, stand your ground spiritually. Don't wait for all the answers and gifts to come to you. Go out there and get some of it yourself. Some of it, not all of it. Yes, there are things we have to wait for, but go out there and get your knowledge, your wisdom, your guidance. If you are willing to discover the truth and you're not afraid of what you're going to discover, go on a seeking journey. Your awakening isn't just going to come to you one day when you hit a magic number. You have to go open your third eye yourself. So don't stop. It's a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming. And last but not least, we're going to get into the physical. What is happening physically to you in your reality? Things you can see, hear, taste, and touch, and feel. Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands. My God, you get chills. I got goosebumps. 7-7. That is the number of the day. Something's going to happen on the 7th. Right now. You have to defend yourself physically. You might be in a physical altercation. You might be in a physical fight with someone. You might be attacked mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. The world is coming at you in not a good way at all. You are really having to stand your ground. And it's like, don't step on me. Don't push me. This is the establishing of boundaries. When you have boundaries, you're a 9 of Wands. You're a wounded warrior. Here's your wall. I went through the fight. And you came out hurt, but at least you have a boundary. This is the establishing of it. This is actually the war. So this is when you speak up and you take action for yourself physically. And everything's coming against you and you're just with this stick trying to fight it off. Get back, get back, get back. You're trying to put out a lot of fires right now. This is a fire card. It could be your utilities are being shut off. It could be the money in the bank is in the negative. It could be you're getting disputes in the bank. It could be you're going through a divorce. It could be you're having a huge family dispute over money that's rightfully yours. It could be your kids are just not listening to you and very disobedient. It could be anything. You fill in the blank. What is your war? Everything's against you. Gosh dang. And that's what you feel. And with the 7 of Swords, you're just trying to take what's yours and get away from these people, but they're trying to steal from you. They are a thief of joy, a thief of peace, a thief of money. They are a straight up thief. And you're trying to stop this person from stealing. This is what's going on in your physical realm. Now, much like the 5 of Cups, somebody's with something in front of them and there's 2 behind them. In this case, there's 5 swords in his arms, 2 swords behind him. That to me means the 2 swords is the choice, right? The decision of the 2 swords. We have a decision to make. And then over here, it's the war, it's the fight. The 5 of Swords, the quarrel. You're deciding whether to fight or not, who to fight, how to fight your battle. But a battle is coming. You might be trying to get out before the battle, or you might be preparing for the battle. But this is get all your ducks in a row, gather your evidence, print out screenshots, build your case for litigation, a court, a pursuit, or even just a family discussion, a family argument. Could be a relationship. You have to bring some evidence to someone that you're dealing with that's giving you problems that you're in love with. And you're like, I got to bring the receipts. I got to bring the facts. I got to come to a place where we're going to argue, we're going to dispute, and I'm going to defend myself. Are you going to win? Show me the fate, Spirit, for this person. And remember, this is based on your fate. This is what's happening right now. I'm doing this reading to help you change your fate. You could change it, or you could leave it alone, using your divination tools, using these words of advice. But if you don't want to change it, then let's just see what's going to happen in this family dispute, or this relationship dispute, or this legal dispute with an employer or a landlord, whatever this is. An ex. Show me the results of this dispute so far, please, with the Wheel of Fortune. Can we please see the results? We have the lilies and the mask. Bottom of the deck is the mountain. Which, yes, you do have a mountain to climb. The lilies represent the past, present, and future. It's a good omen. It's a very feminine energy. And it represents opening, becoming more, evolving, growing. Number 3, think of the Empress in that energy. And then we've got the Mask, which there's 3 faces. And then there's this enlightenment. And to me, that's choices, decisions. It could go either way. It could go this way, or that way. I kind of feel like this is up to fate in some sense. And here we are discussing fate and changing fate. Let's read what that is. The Mask, it says, look deep into your soul. For whose amusement do you play? Who are you trying to please? Who are you trying to seriously please? I want you to think about that, viewer. We're at 100 minutes. 100. Keep it 100. Be honest with yourself. Who in your life, as the viewer, is number 1? Who are you putting first? Who is priority? Who are you making decisions for that benefit them? Who gets the benefit? Who is reaping the benefit? It says that. So it says, I balance the contradictions and encompass the opposites. It says, I project your emotions, or I hide them. When I land to your right, which it is, I bring joy. I can be the face to suit any occasion. All parts I play are truth or disguise. I am your creation. The Mask card is about playing roles. It may indicate the need to assume a different role. It is symbolic of concealment and deception. It is different from the fox or the snake because it appears to indicate that something is not what it seems. And the fact that it's comparing itself to a snake and the fox card, and you have the 7 of Swords, there is someone sneaky, there is a liar, there is a fake person putting on a mask, pretending to be someone they're not. Be aware. This card is a warning not to take something or someone at face value. If found close to the lady, which it does, or the man in the same reading, this could be a man. This person is fake. And someone is presenting one face, but hiding another. And look at that, 1111 in California. That's a fact. That means it's saying confirmation. It is a man, and they are wearing a face. It's not true. They're wearing a mask. They're presenting a face, but hiding another. This is more public than the snake or the fox. So it's very public. They're wearing a mask in public. And it can apply to any situation or card in the deck, depending on its proximity. In communications online, a masquerade is a term for a security risk when someone steals an online identity in order to defraud. If found together with the mice, this is a card that could mean theft. So it looks flat out that there's a man that's trying to steal from you. And you may think that you could trust them. You may see them in some light, but it's not true. They actually are a bad person. They actually come off publicly as some balanced, chill, good person, but really that's a mask. It looks like they're not very moral. It looks like they're unfair and unjust. It looks like they want to steal or take something that's not rightfully theirs, which is it's yours. And you're going to have to defend yourself against this person. And they've been in your life in the past and the present, and they'll be in your life in the future. That's another sign. Let's dive a little bit more into the Seven of Swords for you. You can see the person in that card obviously looking very shifty indeed. He's sneaking off with his swords. Will he get away with it? Stealing what is not his. That is basically the energy of the card. There is a sneaky underhand behavior in your physical presence right now. There's cheating and there's lying. And it's about not facing the truth, but using deception to avoid taking responsibility. This is a scary card to get, but don't run away from the truth. Queen of Swords is with you. Seek it out at this time. The Seven of Swords in a reading asks you to be honest and to face the truth in this situation. Don't be afraid to say they are a liar. Don't be afraid to say this is probably happening and it's ugly. Don't deceive yourself. Don't be convinced that what they're doing is the right thing. Deep down, you know it isn't. This could also be a need to watch your back. Someone is trying to deceive you or place the blame on you for their mistake. So they're reversing a victim role. They're playing the victim when actually you're the victim. And it could be a man and a woman, because we have both. The battle's on your mind. With the Seven of Wands, it's all about a defiant behavior. Standing up for yourself, believing in yourself. You can see a figure being very defensive, ready to do battle. This is not a passive card. It's rather somebody fighting for your rights. Whatever the opposition, he is ready to defend his stance and he's refusing to budge. It may be a pointless battle, but this figure is ready to say no and is very resolute in his actions and convictions. This card is a card of determination, and when it shows upright, you are willing to and probably have to fight for what you want. Sometimes you have to fight for it. Whether that is for a person, a job, or some recognition. Now is the time to say no, to set your boundaries, and do not compromise on what you want. You may come up against an opposition, but you have the courage of your convictions. Speak your truth and be willing to share any kind of creative insight. I'm sorry to tell you guys, if you're watching this video today, your fate, based on all the cards we've gotten, is you are going to have to fight for what's yours. It's not just going to come to you. I'm sorry you have to go to a fight. I'm sorry all of us would much rather avoid the fight. But I think intuitively you know, starting, Queen of Cups, you have love in your heart. You don't want to hurt anybody. You just want to do the right thing. And you know it's a battle and it's a hurdle and it's a mountain you're going to have to overcome and climb. And then there's this tree. And I was just studying the Kabbalah today about the path. And these are like tests, karmas, things you have to go through as a soul. You must. Saturn is going through Pisces, and that's the fish. Karma is about your spirituality. Karma is about finishing things and ending things. This is a number 9 year. It's about closure. I think this is the final push, the final draw in something in your life. And I just hope you're ready to fight for your right to have what you deserve. Underneath the Queen of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords. Yep, this is all difficult swords, all difficult swords. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Whew. A lot of you guys are literally going to have to go to court. Never seen it so sure in a reading before, but look at this. Justice card. The devil. You're going to have to face the devil in court. You're going to have to face this demon, this negative energy, this controlling, toxic, bad energy that wants to chain you and lock you up to something and control you. The justice is going to have to decide. You're also going to have to be happy that you're moving away from their toxicity for smoother waters. It does come with pain. You are maybe going to have to leave with you and one other person and a child or 2 people, you know. You're going to have to leave with others away from this person that you once loved, once cared about. This is difficult, but you're learning. And be wise for what you say. Don't speak too fast. Be sure. Take action, though. This card is like your fate wants you to take action. Knight of Swords. You have to charge when you have the sword. If you wait, you're going to lose the sword. You're going to lose your place. Queen of Cups. Trust that everything's going to happen and for the good. For the good. For the better. You can't be scared. Wow, this is insane, right? For those of you that are like not able to go to court right now because you don't have money, will you have money? Is money going to come in? Are you going to be able to fight for yourself? Defend yourself? Let's take a look. Knight of Cups, the Chariot, 2 of Cups, and the High Priestess, and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, honey. If you're worried that you're not going to have the means to fight your battle, Spirit says, remember the well. Remember the wheel of fortune. Money is coming in. You will be blessed, Knight of Cups, very soon, within about 30 days, and definitely by July. You will be blessed. September is a very promising month for you. So is July. So is March. Money's going to come in flows. You're moving forward in money. There's a partnership or a relationship or a marriage that is going to help you bring that funding. The High Priestess is here, which is inner wisdom, inner knowledge, inner guidance. Use your divinity. Use your divine tools. Use magic to help you in court. Use magic and spirituality and all the tools that come with it to fight your battles verbally, emotionally, in person. Just always carry the Torah, the book of truth, which is what you know is right, your convictions. You are very grounded in that. You know what you know, and you have your wisdom. You have all your ducks in a row. You have the receipts. You have the evidence. You have God on your side. You can't lose. This may be a slow battle. This might take some time, Knight of Pentacles, but it's slow to come and surely to give. This is a long period in 2025 of going after what's yours, but you are getting to a place where you're going to be able to achieve justice. And I know it's going to be yours. The Chariot is all about positive, victorious movement forward. Justice card is being cautious. You will be facing criticism. There may be a need to weigh the pros and cons. Balance is needed. Take a step back, look at things from a non-emotional standpoint. Don't cry and be like, but they could be hurt, but this could happen, but that's emotional. Do not make a decision based on your feelings. You need to use logic. Know that justice will deliver the right outcome, which looks like it's going to be in your favor, according to the cards. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. Don't you worry about a thing. The Knight of Pentacles is Mr. Plod. He is all about slow, steady progress. Although he's willing to put in the effort and hard work towards achieving a goal, this can be with a complete lack of passion or excitement. Like, this does not float your boat. This is not super exciting or good and happy, and you're really not that passionate about it, but honey, it's got to be done. And although the Knight is trustworthy and loyal, he's not the most exciting, but he's good, and he's a good omen for work, career, and money. He thrives in routine and demonstrates a need to be mindful of missing any steps. And that's the same thing with the Labyrinth card. So he indicates consistent effort with an emotional detachment. You're going to get what you want in all of this. It's going to take some time. I feel it might take a year, maybe even 2 years to recover from this. I'm so sorry. And you're like, that's ancient. Can't it get right? Why can't it just be good now? I'm expecting, a life change. Can't it be good now? No, it can't be good now. I'm sorry for the timing. I'm sorry that it came in like this, but it's not going to be good right now as much as you want it to be. That being said, let's get some advice from the spirit world. Let's end this. Let's wrap this up because it's been a very long reading. I'm so sorry. Spirit world, speak to us. Give us some words of endearment. I go where you go. I like that. Tell me, are you finding the occasional stranger has a crush on you? That for words you've almost mindlessly chosen, hearts broken too long begin to heal. That eyes sometimes well up with tears when it's time to say goodbye. Remarkable. Our findings exactly. Psst, your divinity is showing. So you're going to start attracting people. And it's not just about people having a crush on you. It's about you're just attracting. You're attracting things to you. That's the message from the universe. Let's get another one. Let's maybe get 2 more. Oh, this wants to come out. You are destined for greatness on the wings of love. To clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend. They're not to soothe, cure, or ease. Not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore. Heartily. The primary role of love is to yahoo, yeehaw, and woohoo, which to me means feel good. Love makes you feel good. On the wings of love, it just makes you feel alive. And look, these cards are exactly the same. You definitely have a soulmate coming into your energy, or you're already with them. But just know that your soulmate is with you. You even got the 2 of Cups. So there is a relationship that will be with you through these hard times. And you will be in a beautiful relationship within 2 years. You will find that soulmate. You will be with them. Let's get one more. They chose you. So don't be insecure. When someone's with you, that's because they chose you. You might not readily believe this. It might even spook you a bit, but there are those who choose this very lifetime in a large part knowing you'd be there. Now that's what we call a reputation. So this soulmate wants this. A lot of you guys are like, how could they want me? Look at all my problems. They want you. They signed up for this. On a higher soul level, they knew they'd be walking through this with you. They just love you. You don't need to start beating yourself up on that. And let's get some very blunt, frank cards. F out of here. F-U-C-K out of here. This is your mantra today. Say it in a New Jersey accident to add some emphasis. If BS shows up, give it a F out of here and send it on its way. This should probably be a silent mantra at work or school or around children or anywhere in public. But hey, it's still highly effective, even when you keep it to yourself. So this is like banishing negative vibes. As soon as a negative vibe shows up, banish it. Nope, not today. Get out of here with that. That's nope, not having it. It's that boundary. Hey, Jessie. Oh, I appreciate you and thank you so much for everything you've done. I love you. I am going to do a reading for you today. Not in this video because it's 121 minutes, but I am. And I just want to thank you so much. And you are first on my reading list. Ooh, 122 minutes. Also, anyone that wants a private reading, well, a personal reading, live public here on YouTube, it's just $28. Please go ahead and purchase it today through Cash App. Put your order in. I'm going to come back later and just do personals. So if you want to be first on the list, you want your reading done, time-stamped, and read to you, what is your fate? Please donate that today. It's in the description how to do it. If you want to buy someone a reading because maybe you don't need one, but you want to purchase one for someone you love, you can do that. And if you're looking for anything personal, please go to my website. I've got lots of orders there for different types of readings. All right, and bottom of the deck here is, if you wouldn't say it to a friend, then you shouldn't say it to yourself. Check your thoughts with this simple test. When you catch yourself being a jerk to yourself, respond in a way, and this could be being a jerk to someone else too. Respond in a way that you would if someone was saying that to your best friend or someone you love. A simple "be please" usually does the trick. Today, say as many BITCH please to yourself or someone as you need to, and shut that jerk down. So you may also have found out like you've been kind of a jerk. Maybe someone's been a jerk to you. Maybe you've said some things to someone that you would not want said to you, or you wouldn't want it said to the person you love. So how dare you say it to them? How dare you? Watch your words, because it could easily be shifted to someone you love or yourself. And that goes for whoever's watching. And if you're talking that way to yourself, like you're just this, you're just that, you think the word, stop yourself from all that negative BS. Let's go ahead and get a message from your soulmate because they did show up today in your reading. Let's get a message from the one that loves you. Whether they're with you now or in the future, or maybe they were with you in the past, but they passed away. They're no longer here. I don't know. But let's get a message from this soulmate. Oh, you got two. Bottom of the deck, overall, underall, open up. Your soulmate says, get ready to open up. Say what's on your heart. Be more open. Be more open to receiving love, getting love, having love. And they want to open up their feelings to you too. So I think your soulmate's going to start opening up very soon, especially in spring. And the other two are messages of love. I'm thinking about you, even though you think I'm not. I miss you every day, day and night. I'm curious to know what you have been doing. How did your day go without me? Sometimes I wonder if you even think of me. I'm feeling the urge to reach out to you, and I will. So your soulmate's thinking of you. And then you have divine guidance. I am amazed to see how the universe has brought us together. Everything keeps falling into place for us. There are divine forces at work guiding us into union. The divine is working behind the scenes for us. And if you look back at our journey, you will see it too. All right. And let's get a message from Seasons of the Witch. Bottom of the deck, the altar. We've got this before. Create a sacred altar, use it. Today is a great day to go to your altar, say a prayer, make a wish, meditate, light a candle, do a spell later, whatever. It's about getting deep into your divinity and using your altar like it should be used and honoring your altar like it should be honored. Perhaps get ready for Astera, get ready for spring, start decorating for Easter, if you will, around your altar. And the card that comes out is Candle Magic. Well, today's the day to light a candle, to use candles to your advantage. Speak breath into this candle, into its velvet. Recite along its spine all the things that you desire, which will unravel. Today's a great day to perform a candle ritual. By the way, number 9, 2025 is the year of endings, the number 9. It adds to the number 9. When I read this, it was at 127 minutes and 77 seconds. 777. So let's see. All right, so there are a few spells that are complete without a candle or 2 or 10. Candles make the setting of a spell more magical and play an essential role in a spell. Candles is a sign for your reading today. And candles carry your intentions candles carry your intentions out into the universe. They pull it into this world. Along their spines, send them through the tips of their flames. Aside from carrying your intentions, candles call in good spirits and nature's helpers who are drawn to the light of the flame. These spirits protect us as well as hold our intentions, making our spells all the more magical, effective, and special. When you're holding candle magic, know that your intentions and prayers have been received by the powers that be, and they know you are in need of support and are working hard behind the scenes to bring your prayers into life. You do not need to worry, as your intentions will manifest when the time is right. If you guys want some information on the color of the candles, white candles represent the higher self, the goddess, peace, purity, cleanliness, angels, mental powers, all purpose. It's just an all-purpose candle. It can be used in place of any other candle. Now, black candles are binding. They bring protection, banishment. They repel negative energy. They ground. They create safety, uncrossing, and scrying. Red candles bring grounding, stability, strength, danger, confidence, Fire element, action, assertiveness, sexual energy, vitality, motivation, power, and even war. Orange brings confidence, justice, self-expression, fun, celebration, creativity, happiness, success, harvest, opportunity, and even legal matters and ambition. Yellow brings happiness, inspiration, confidence, positive thinking, friendship, prosperity, self-esteem, beauty, and intellect. Green is money, health, nurturing, growth, love, compassion, luck, plant magic. It counters greed and jealousy. Career, rebirth, harmony, and partnership. It brings new beginnings. Blue, tranquility, water, peace, truth, loyalty. Weight loss, harmony, organization, fidelity, forgiveness, expression, and communication. It's an air element, but also can be used for water. Purple, indigo, spirituality, meditation, divination, contacting spirits. It represents divinity, magical realm, intuition, dignity, repair, reputation, messages, knowledge. It is also the air element. And silver, a feminine energy of awareness, dreams, victory, moon magic, imagination, psychic awareness, even transparency. Gold is a masculine energy. It brings prosperity, abundance, good luck, sun energy, positive attitude, attraction, manifestation, money, luxury, and power. Pink brings in love, self-improvement, partnership, femininity, romance, and emotional healing. And brown, it's an earth magic. It's grounding. It represents stability. It's the animal magic, the endurance, the security, decision making. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I was getting a phone call. Brown is earth magic, grounding, stability, earth element, animal magic, endurance, security, and decision making, and material goods. Okay. Hey guys, I just got another payment dispute from months ago. When you guys order things from me, you sign a disclosure and a term and agreement that you will not seek a chargeback. You will not dispute. This is all sales final. We will work out the details later. If you're watching this, please remember when you purchase, you can't change your mind because money gets tight. You can't change your mind because you didn't like the reading. You can't change your mind because we rescheduled. You can't change your mind because fill in the blank. If you have an issue, please discuss it with me first before you go there. It creates problems. I'm trying to launch my website, and these are creating problems. This is 3 in the last week. I don't know who's got it out for me, but I really don't appreciate that. And please remove it, especially if you still want to follow me, you still want readings and guidance from me. Please remove it, because what always happens is I dispute it. It takes 30 days or more, and I win because you signed the agreement. And it's just a waste of time. It's stress. It's BS energy. I'd rather just make an exchange. If you don't like what you had, I can give you another reading. Or if you'd like an additional reading, let's get an additional. Or if you'd like to purchase something instead for that, I'll send you something. But that is just ridiculous. And I hope you guys can just, if you're watching, just please don't. All right. So anyways, this ends the reading. You guys are going to be doing some candle magic. Speak breath into your candle. Speak what you want it to be. The way to change your fate so far today, light some candles. light a candle, perform a ritual, create an altar, use your altar, and let's see what happens. Stand up for yourself and fight for what's yours. This is not a time to sit back and just watch. Actions must be taken, and you're going to have to fight for what you would like. Okay? It looks like there is someone that's wearing a mask around you. They're fake, they're false. I would be careful who you trust with your kids, with your time, with your money, with your energy. Be careful who you trust. And like I always say, just keep swimming. Thank you for watching this reading today. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you took something from it. I'll be coming back live in a little bit. Please, if you'd like to have a reading done for you today live with some cards, it's just $28. You can do that through Cash App or the website. If you are an Ultimate member on my website, you will have a large reading at the beginning of the month. I want to remind you that things have changed. My website will be launched. It's taking a little bit longer than I wanted, but it will be done probably today. And you're going to see all the new prices. So my cards have been reduced. They're going to be a different price. My decks, my readings, all of that's going to have a new calendar, new prices, text alerts, instructions. It's just better. It's more informative. It's more visually beautiful. My website is going to be very, very pretty. It's just easier to navigate and shop and order. And being a member, it's going to be very easy to choose. I lowered the price on the Ultimate membership. I've never done that before. It's now only $88. I felt the power of the 8. 28 is my new thing. 8 is my new thing. So I want to work within the realm of 8s if I can. So now the new Ultimate membership is just $88. You have a ton of savings with being an Ultimate member. You get 3 readings a month, plus the other access that I'm going to be adding on the new website, which is extended videos. As of March 1st, we're going to start doing extendeds, just like the old days. I'm going to be doing readings for each zodiac sign, and if you want to know the ending, you want to know what's the fate, what's going on, you're going to want to be a member. You can be a regular member, part of the inner circle, which is just, I believe, $28. Very reasonable for anybody to access a bunch of free readings and the videos. And then the $88 a month Ultimate member gets you better readings, longer readings, more readings, and the access to those videos as well. So, update, inner circle, basic members are only going to get 2 readings a month. They're not going to get 3. It's just going to be the 1111 Oracle and the $22 Celtic Cross. So you're going to be getting that as an inner circle member with access to the extra videos. The Ultimate members are going to be receiving a large reading at the beginning of the month, predicting what's going to happen for them. And then they're also going to receive the 1111 Oracle message for the month of what doors opening for them spiritually and what they need to know on an inner level. And then they're also going to be receiving the $22 Celtic Cross every month. They also receive, as an Ultimate member, a 5-minute private reading sent to their email every month. So it's part of the monthly, and you're going to be getting that automatic every month, a monthly message. So if you want to be a member, please join me, www.jks1111.com. This is the time to bundle up a bunch of readings for a very low price. And if you're on a budget, but you love tarot and you love to get some readings and guidance and you want to invest in yourself, it's a new year, it's a new time, please go and do that. That's it. If you just want a regular reading and you don't really want to be a member, you're just trying me out for the first time, please, you can order that and just get your reading. But if you want to be a member and pay $28 and be a member, you get that reading and 2 more and the perks. I'd suggest you become a member. But that being said, I'm going to let you go. I love you. I've kept you here enough. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in a little while. I hope to see some of those Cash Apps flowing in. You guys start purchasing those readings, or those members start increasing and more people want to become a member of JKS. We're growing. We're going to be more out there, better videos to come. We're going to be using a lot of cool tools to make more aesthetically pleasing videos. So you're going to be surprised how this is going to launch starting in March, a whole new launch of JKS. So I hope you guys can be a part of that. I love you, and I will see you later. Bye, guys. Bye, Navdeep. Nice to see you again. Bye, Doja. I love you. Candle magic. Go get on it, girl. Get some candles today. Bree, I'm so glad you're here. Jesse Oak, I love you, and I will be doing your reading when I get back. On the next video later, you're the first person. All right. So that's it. See you later.